Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. I would love for you to stick around. In today's video, I am bringing you an anti-MLM reaction video. So of course, just as a disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only and just my opinions. I wanted to say a huge thank you to Niece for becoming a channel member. In addition to that, I do greatly appreciate all of you who watch my videos for free. But again, thank you to Niece for becoming a channel member. In today's video, we are going to be reacting to the ex-It Works rep turned Melaleuca rep turned, I don't know if she's officially an Amare rep. And the reason why I say that, we're going to get into a video that kind of explains that sentence a little bit further. If you watch Monday's video, I did give a little bit of a teaser in that video regarding this particular topic, but today I have different clips to react to, and I wanted to bring them to you guys because certain things that she was talking about kind of expose the MLM industry a little bit more. I do also have to state that she is going to be talking about mental health. There is a portion in this video where she talks about how she stopped taking her medication. So before we get into the actual video, I just want to say that if you come across a rep saying this, if you come across someone, it doesn't even matter if they're in an MLM, if they're promoting other products and they start to say things like, I stopped my medication, I stopped it cold turkey, or whatever the case may be, please make sure that if you're going to look at some of these supplement companies or MLM reps, if you are on some kind of medication, please speak with your doctor prior to stopping the medication, because I said this in Monday's video, but in my case for my epilepsy medicine, I cannot just quit cold turkey. I have to be weaned off of it. So I don't know about every single medication out there. I'm just using myself as an example. But regardless, even if you do want to stop taking your medicine, I highly recommend speaking with a professional or with your doctor, because that is very dangerous for a lot of people. But anyway, let's get into this video and just kind of have a little chat about it.
She was telling me that I signed a year contract, but I mean, It Works did the same thing. It Works had their legal team reach out to me. At the end of the day, you cannot force people to stay and represent a company that they don't want to represent. I have said nothing but good things about that company. I said I love the products. I love the company. I just am not passionate about it.
I know, I'm only not even half a minute into the video, but I just need to stop and say that while I don't agree with MLMs or anything of that nature, I do have to stop and say that there is a contract that MLM reps have to sign before they start the MLM biz. However, I don't know what kind of contract she's talking about, because I haven't looked into it, so this is just from my opinion. It's not an actual factual thing. And also from my own experience, but from the MLMs that I was a part of and from MLMs that I've looked into, I have never seen part of their terms and conditions state that you are signing a contract to be with this particular MLM for a year, or in this rep's case. I've never seen that before. So that makes me wonder if after she left It Works, if there was some kind of a contract that she signed with Melaleuca due to the fact that she was so high ranking in It Works. Maybe the company actually recruited her and they stated, hey, you can come work for us, but we do have this contract for you to sign. And when she said you can't force people to promote a product, yeah, she's right. You can't force someone to promote a product that they don't love or that they're not passionate about. But at the end of the day, if she signed a contract that stated that she agrees to work for this company for a year, if she signed a contract knowingly, then, I mean, you kind of have no choice at that point. You signed a contract. But did the MLM maybe, as I've been saying in some recent videos, did they put a pretty pink bow on the opportunity and trick her into signing this without her actually reading it first? So, which is why if you ever sign any kind of contract, please read through it. I know it's long, I know it's a pain in the butt, but please please read through the contract, because there might be some fine print in there that'll make you go, okay, maybe I shouldn't do this. She did also state that It Works came after her legally, which is something that we have discussed here on my channel in a previous video about this rep. And yeah, this is something that these MLM companies can do. They can come after you. They can sue you. And she was a top leader. So I think because the first video that I ever reacted to about her talking about her time in It Works, she was, I would say for her, if you guys know who this rep is, please don't put her name in the comment section below. I will delete it. But if you know this rep, you know that the video that I reacted to about her talking about her It Works experience was very professional for her. She didn't badmouth the company. There were a few things that she said in there, but it wasn't anything too severe. But then the second video that we reacted to about her, I've reacted to her in the past, but this is just recent videos that I've reacted to. But in the second recent video that I reacted to, she kind of went off a little bit. But anyway, let's get back into the video.
And I tried to explain to this person, I'm like, listen, my medications that I was relying on were costing me, they just went up in price, $270 a month. I cannot afford to pay that for medication that is destroying me. It is destroying my liver. Every time I have a visit with my doctor, we have to schedule another blood draw to make sure that my liver levels are okay. Why would I want to continue paying hundreds of dollars? Yes, hundreds of dollars for something that's hurting me, the shop. So I was like, my friend who these products, the Happy Juice, is changing her life, knows that we have the same diagnosis. She sees me struggling. She, out of her own kindness, sent me the Happy Juice for free. And I tried it and I fell in love with it, and I'm not on my meds. And I'm like, so I'm sorry that I found something that lit my fire again. I'm sorry that I found something that is worth sharing to me.
I can't believe that. You can't make these types of claims. And I highly doubt, now this is just opinion based. This isn't, I don't know who she's talking about. I don't know the actual intentions. The only person that knows the true intentions behind what she did is the rep that she's talking about. That rep, she said, oh, she sent me free Happy Juice or whatever. Did she send it to you for free because she actually cares about you? Or did she send it to you for free because she was hoping that it would somehow get you to sign up with Amare? Because her intention might not have been genuine. We've seen it time and time again with a lot of these reps where they say they're being genuine, but are they really? And like I said, I can't speak on the particular rep that she's talking about because I don't know them. Like I said, the only person that's going to know the true intention is that particular rep. But please, I know I already said it in the beginning of this video, if you are on some kind of medication, please speak with your doctor prior to getting off of it or quitting it cold turkey. I understand, trust me, I understand, because my medication is really, really expensive. I get it. I totally get it. And I understand the whole having to do other types of blood work that go along with the particular medication. I know. I have to do it too. I wouldn't sit here and try to sell a product and use my diagnosis, or how she said that her friend knew that she had the same diagnosis as her. Yeah, you might have the same diagnosis, but one might be more severe than the other. One might be taking a completely different medication than the other. One might be taking a higher milligram or a higher dosage than the other. So you might have the same diagnosis, but okay, so I'll use myself. I'm going to use myself as an example within this video because I have epilepsy, as I've already stated so many times. I've said it so many times. But anyway, so with me, the type of epilepsy that I have, I'm taking a specific type of medicine for it and a specific milligram for it. There are people that I know that have the same exact type of epilepsy that I have. However, they have a different medication that they're taking. They also have a different dosage. And that's if they're taking the same one that I'm taking, or if they're taking a different one, then maybe they're taking a different dosage. Along with that, I don't know about her particular situation, but with my medication, there is a brand name and there is a generic version of it. So for a long time there, we had to experiment because I could only take the brand name medication, but then I don't know what happened. Something happened with my body and I was able to switch to the generic. But there's a reason why I wasn't able to switch to the generic, because of an episode that I had. So, but now it's completely different. And because I don't know why your body changes. The brain is a mysterious thing. So just because you have the same exact diagnosis doesn't mean that your case is the same severity, and you're also taking different medications. So that's something that I wanted to mention, that just because you have the same diagnosis, it doesn't necessarily mean that you guys are doing the same exact thing.
That fits my lifestyle, that fits my market. I have an entire market of women that are out there struggling in the same ways that I am mentally, with the same diagnoses, or maybe they're a first-time mom going through postpartum depression or postpartum anxiety, but they are struggling in silence. And if I can continue talking about my mental health journey and what works for me, and that can change the game for somebody else, that's what I'm going to do. Non-toxic products are great. They're wonderful. I still order. I still use them. I love them. They work incredibly. But I want to do something that makes me feel fulfilled and like I have a purpose. That is when I do the best in life. I am not money motivated. Yes, the compensation plan over there is incredible. It is. There's no denying that. But I'm not money motivated. I'm passion driven. So if I'm going to be successful at something, I need to be in love with it. And mental health is what I am in love with. That is what I love talking about. That is what I like helping people with, because it's something that I struggle with. So to get excited about something and not even fully announce it publicly and be told like, hey, like, you can't do this. I absolutely can, and I will. But what's happening is my paycheck.
So obviously she is targeting new moms, because she said the whole postpartum depression, postpartum anxiety, maybe they're a first-time mom. As someone who is still, it's not as bad as it was in the beginning, but as someone who is still struggling with postpartum anxiety, don't do that. Please don't do that. It's just, to me, it's disgusting to do that, because she talks about her mental health. She's right. She does talk about her mental health quite a bit. But the thing is that talking about your mental health and actually knowing, like being a doctor, are two completely different things. Talking about your mental health, talking about your struggles, yes, some people can relate to you. And I know that the whole idea behind this is to be relatable. I get that. But there's a difference between just talking about it and being relatable, and a doctor who is able to diagnose you, who is able to figure out what you actually need in order to keep going and to try to live as normal of a life as you possibly can. So I just wanted to say that, and yeah.
My paycheck is going to be used as like, you know, if you leave, we're taking this, and I can't afford to have that taken from me. My account is negative $78 right now. Exactly. Like, this new opportunity just makes sense. Get through the week. I also have the new opportunity that I want to be posting, but I made one post about it and I was threatened with getting sued. So I have to wait until I talk to corporate, because I'll be damned if I am fear-mongered into staying with a company that I don't want to stay with. That is like the downside, I guess, of sales, is if you come in and you're successful, they feel like they own you. And I don't even think it's the company. I think it's just my leader, the person that I had signed up with. She's just...
Is it sales or is it the MLM company? Which one? Is it really sales or is it just the MLM company? But like I said in the beginning, if she really did sign a contract that she was going to promote for this company for a year, then yeah, they can sue her. If there's something in there, some kind of fine print, then yes, they can, unfortunately. And I find that really sad, because Clearly, she is struggling. She's talked about it multiple times. And I know that I was really, really fair in one of my videos with her. And a lot of people have told me their testimonials. A lot of people have told me their experience with her, whether it be just as a follower of hers on like Instagram or as someone who is on her team. The thing is that, and I don't share her personal stuff on my channel because that has nothing to do with what I'm discussing here. I'm talking about the anti-MLM portion, and right now I'm talking about her mental health because she does talk about her mental health, and that is something that is in connection to Amare and the topic at hand here. But other things, other more severe things that have happened in her life, I feel bad for her for those things. If everything that she's talking about, if everything that she has said has happened to her, I feel terrible for her. When it comes to being in the MLM, I hope that the experience that she went to has humbled her or will humble her, because clearly she hasn't really, in my opinion, from watching her and having people tell me their stories, she still hasn't learned 100%. But I hope that it humbles her in the aspect of how she treats people and how she treats people on her team. The other stuff that she's gone through, if you know what I'm talking about, do not leave it in the comment section because we are not going to be discussing that. But all of that stuff, I feel terrible for her. I really, truly do. And I do not wish that on anybody, regardless of how horrible you are to your recruits. The other things that she has gone through, nobody deserves that.
Just trying to put fear into my heart. But she saw that I was posting about Happy Juice and she was like, I hope you know that they will sue you if you're leaving. And I'm like, get for real. And sue me for what? I have nothing. And to be honest with you, I think the only reason I'm handling all of this as well as I am, I've been off my meds for several weeks now. And I'm only doing the Happy Juice, these 3 different supplements. And it is helping me tremendously. I have found something that is all natural and that is good for my body, and it's lifting my spirits and it's making my days easier, and I'm making better decisions for myself. 2 days ago, I decided that I was going to stop drinking. I don't know if you guys saw that post. I talked about it on Facebook, but I realized, I was talking to and I was like, I'm not a drinker. And here I am every single day, whether it's just seltzers or, something stupid. I am drinking to get a buzz every single day. And 2 seltzers was turning into 4 to 5 every night. My tolerance was getting extremely high. I remember one night I realized that I didn't have anything to drink and I freaked out and I ordered some on Instacart, and I'm like, this is so not you. This is not you. So nip that in the butt before it became a real problem and made the decision.
I'm going to stop it here real quick. For anyone who is going through some kind of substance abuse or alcohol abuse, I am going to leave some resources in the description box below, because I know that she most likely isn't doing this intentionally. At least I'm going to hope that she's not doing this intentionally, that she's not targeting people who do have an actual problem. Please seek out professional help. Do not think that these MLM products are going to be your savior. Please, please seek out professional help, because like I said, I hope that she's not doing it intentionally. I don't think that she's doing it intentionally. I can be wrong. I can be very wrong. But that, in a sense, is targeting people who may have a problem that needs professional help.
It became a real problem and made the decision 2 days ago that I'm not going to drink anymore because it's not serving me. It's an added bill, to be honest with you. Alcohol is expensive, but it's a literal Band-Aid over my break. I just wanted to numb what I was feeling and numb my pain and numb my anger, and it wasn't fixing anything. So I'm making better decisions, healthier decisions for myself. And just like today, I wake up and I have an email from my bank telling me I'm in the negative, and the old me would freak out and be like, what the fuck? What am I going to do? Because I honestly don't know what I'm going to do. I know what I want to do, but then I'm being told, that my pay is going to be pulled from my previous job and I can't afford to lose that right now. So I just have a lot going on. I've had a lot going on for a hot minute, but at the same time, I just kind of feel like, what can you do? I'm doing my best, and like last night, I took the kids to my grandparents, and we had peanut butter sandwiches and bugle chips, and they swam and they had the time of their life, not knowing that I did that because can't really afford for them to be at my house eating up what little we do have left. Like tonight, we're going to my mom's for pizza. She said she'll buy us pizza. I have never been this low in my entire life. But I know that what's to come is going to be.
So she's obviously targeting people who are in a tight financial situation with that aspect of it. And I do feel for her. I really do. And like I said, I know that I try not to put her personal stuff out there, but if it pertains to the topic, then yeah, I'm gonna keep that in there. Because a lot of times we hear with a lot of MLM reps, we hear the sob story. We hear I was at my lowest point. I was sleeping out of my car. I was sleeping in my mom's basement. I was doing this. I was doing that. And it's just to build up and seem relatable and seem like, if I can do it, anybody can. If I can go from this terrible situation, anyone can do it. But that's not the case. And I do think that this is just a manipulation tactic. It's just a way to pull at your heartstrings. The one thing that I said in my last reaction video on Monday when it pertained to this rep is, how can anyone who has been following her for a while, anyone who has been on her team, how can they actually trust her anymore at this point? And the reason why I say that is because she talked so highly about It Works, but in the one video, she says that she had been struggling for a few years at that point. But you were still putting on this facade. You were still faking it till you make it kind of a thing. Then you go to Melaleuca and you talk about how great these products are. And now you're talking about Amare and how you have stopped taking your medicine because of the supplements. So in my eyes, it's like, how can anyone really trust her at this point? Because she has jumped around, and there's nothing wrong with, if let's say you have a job and you switch jobs, there's nothing wrong with switching jobs. But when you're talking about the MLM, when you're talking about how these products are so life-changing, the opportunity is so life-changing, you've been able to do X, Y, and Z, you've been able to pay off your debt, you've been able to go on all these vacations. When you talk about it in that aspect, but yet you are jumping from MLM to MLM and each one is so great, the opportunity is so great, the compensation plan is so great, then that would make me side eye it a little bit. But again, that's me. I don't know if everyone is like that. So yeah, that's just my opinion on it. And let's jump into the next clip.
I don't want to be that person that gets paid and leaves, but you're not going to sit here and threaten me and make me feel like I have to stay somewhere where I don't feel fulfilled or valued. My leader had a girls' retreat. She lives 2.5 hours from me, did not invite me, but invited girls that live in California and all other parts of the United States that are on my team. And so I asked her, I said, why wasn't I invited? She sent me this long paragraph and she was like, you didn't earn it. And I'm like, well, these girls didn't earn it either. You just invited them. And I was like, you know that I'm struggling right now. And what I need most at this time is to get my cup filled and be around my business partners. Like, I live a couple hours from you. I don't understand why I wouldn't get invited. She said that she had to protect her team because I was MIA. I haven't been active promoting the business, and she has to protect the team. I was like, I haven't been active because I've been going through hell. And she goes, we all go through things. I'm sorry. So, yeah, I told her.
So her upline, obviously, as we can see here, the whole community or the sisterhood is, in my opinion, non-existent, because she was not invited to this retreat that she was talking about, that her upline was, I'm assuming her upline was hosting it. It wasn't, because we had these in Beachbody as well, where the upline would host like a retreat, and you could go, but it wasn't all expenses paid or anything like that. You had to pay for everything yourself. So I don't know if it's one of those things, but she wasn't invited, and her upline said that it's because you didn't earn it. Then she went on to say that her business partners also didn't earn it. They were just invited. So in that aspect, it shows me that this sisterhood is non-existent, because why wasn't she invited? And she said that it's because she was MIA and that she's trying to protect the team. In this rep's defense, she is going through quite a lot right now. And if she was MIA with her business, it's because she is going through a lot. I don't know if this retreat happened after she posted about the Amare product, like if she wasn't invited because of her promoting the Amare product, I'm not sure. But regardless, she wasn't invited. So is that sisterhood, that community, is that really a thing within these MLMs? Because from a lot of people's experiences, as soon as they leave, as soon as they do something against the group, then they are, in certain situations, they're shunned. In other situations, they're like her, not invited to retreats. There's one last clip that I wanted to react to by her. It's a really, really short clip. It kind of goes along with something that she said in a previous video that I reacted to about, it was a very short clip talking about the facade. But I think that because she's talking about this more and more, I think it's important to show that yes, a lot of these reps, it is fake it till you make it. So let's just watch this clip really quick.
Literally did, though. And that's what we were taught, and it works. Like, you don't show the messy, you don't show the bad. You show the put together. You fake it till you make it. That is what we were taught. They bred like perfect workhorses within that company.
Yeah, so I mean, she's right. It's usually fake it till you make it. And that's something that's really sad to me, because they put on this show, they put on this facade of my life is so great and my family's doing so well, my mental health is so well. But again, going back to the point that I made a little while ago, she flat out admitted to it being fake it till you make it with It Works. So then again, how can we trust you in these other MLMs that you're starting or that you're a part of? But that is all that I have for you guys today. If you have anything you would like to add in the comment section below, let me know, and I will see you guys next time. This is Monica reporting to you live from a highway. Bye!